Right, Sharon?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Downtime Activities. It's kind of weird for me to be sitting over here. This is,
what? It's kind of cool to be over
there. I've been very excited about this. We've been wanting to do a lot more stuff for the spooky season. So we kind of came up with the idea a while ago to run a short Savage Worlds campaign just through the month of October. This is... Don't bother, double checking any Savage Worlds rules over the course of this. By and large, a lot of rules just don't matter. Reality doesn't matter all that much in this. You should probably have figured out by now kind of what we're doing with this. So let's go ahead and have everybody introduce their characters. And then we'll roll on into it.
I'll start. So I am playing borderline school bully, all around witch fun person, baddie, Patricia Stevenson. She, I assume they'll put the picture up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, my character is just she's smart, she's angry. She probably won't punch you, but she will make you feel bad about yourself. And she loves ghosts. Definitely an early true crime / horror fan. I don't know if Stephen King's around. I think Stephen King's writing at this point.
Yeah, I believe so.
Probably a huge Stephen King fan. I am personally not a huge Stephen King fan, so I will not be able to reference anything. But
takes a guess anyway.
Yeah, I'll take a stab at it.
Couldn't be that far.
Shawshank Redemption.
My favorite Stephen King.
His first book was published in 74.
So we're still early.
A little early.
I will be a huge Stephen King fan. Even when he's super
those are
into
the
cocaine.
days.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Alrighty, well, my name is Stephanie Holton, and
Okay.
I'm kind of a little bit of the pride and joy of my family. I'm very much AP honors student. I'm very smart. Mom's very proud. I hang out with a lot of the preppy girls because I'm not I'm a part of that crowd, but not. But at the same time, I'm a good part of the popular kids because I'm wicked smart.
Wicked smack.
Wicked smart, and I'm definitely the kid that is going to all of the field trips to do all the fun, smart activities and whatnot.
What is she doing with us?
What was the joke? And we're very good friends.
We're very good friends.
History would say we were roommates.
Certain story.
roommates?
Yes. They were roommates.
And I know Patricia because I help her study for stuff because she only cares about history and horror and doesn't care about anything else. So I saw her struggling in the library, and she is
cool.
my study. So that's how we know each other.
We're study partners. She comes over to my house a lot to study.
Yes.
Sorry.
Don't give. She's the one who did this art. Don't give her ideas. You know what there are with this art.
Next episode, we just
No, we can't put that on YouTube.
Nope, we can't put that on YouTube, but we'd have it.
I love books. I know first aid, and I'm very scared of bugs. I do not like bugs.
No one does.
No. And that's
Glad
me.
nobody statted out a bug then.
That would have been
Instead of talking tarantula.
You can't tell because it's just these little.
Every time the monster comes in, you do the spider thing where you stand up on your hind legs and just face off with them.
Okay.
do the Scrappy Doo thing let me at him, let me at him. Alright. I am Bill Kessler.
Of course you are. We're also seeing the art of some of these characters for the first time.
That is actually something that I should mention. Honestly, a huge shout out to a whole lot of you guys here for the work that you guys put in. Jocelyn did all of the character art. which is just absolutely wonderful. The mullet might be my
mullet.
favorite.
The mullet, but like the beer gut for it.
I gave her very specific directions. She nailed every single one of those attributes.
I think I'm most proud of when I gave Skler the background in the car, and then I saw him make the car move, and I was like, oh, the car can move.
Although it's also obvious that Jocelyn decided to make hers the best. I'm sure that was not intentional.
Of course not.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, and to settle the argument we were having earlier, you were still definitely the Daphne of the group.
Anyways, who's Kessler?
Bill Kessler, he is the starting quarterback on the football team. He is pretty much bros with everybody.
He's not 40. He's not actually 40. He's not.
That was a consideration.
He looks very 40.
He's just a super senior.
I mean, he is a super senior. Like he is an older senior. We'll just say that. And he likes to hang out with his bros. He parties. Partying is what he's all about. Drinking beer is what he's all about, and solving mysteries is what he's all about.
We need to get through this character intro so I can. Because every time I look down, these pictures make me laugh.
We'll figure out the lore as to why I'm in the group with all the losers, but
I think it has to do with probably the popular chick.
Up yours, prick.
There you go.
Bill Kessler also not the brightest dude.
That's fair.
Not the brightest dude.
Dude.
What's your say? Sweet. What's your say?
Dude. Alright. On to me now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I am Bobby Dodgers. I am the titular owner of our friend who we'll get to here in a second. I am a major stoner and Black Sabbath metal fan. I'm very clueless, but I'm also super impulsive.
That's a good combination.
So, I mean, I'm very sure I'm just hanging out here because I sell drugs to the three here. So
Probably.
that's probably the main reason. So.
And you like to solve crime too, probably, right?
Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just here, man.
Aren't we all just here?
Yeah.
That's Bobby Dodgers.
That's Bobby Dodgers. There ain't too much to know about him.
And I am Ozzy, the fat, green, shit-talking parrot. I am his pet parrot.
Yes.
That's
Also, I gotta say, I love that the artwork, he has teeth.
My favorite part about the artwork is his incredibly human eyebrows. They imply extra sass in the blah blah blah.
It looks like he should be holding a cigar.
Blah blah blah.
His eyes are also he looks very stoned.
Which, I mean, secondhand at the very least from
All the weed I smoke.
Yes, and our van is the
Planet Caravan.
Planet Caravan is our mystery machine.
Legally distinct.
Legally distinct.
Legally. That's Carrot Dash Van.
right.
Legally.
Well, it is 1971. You are friends? You are one way or another, essentially Sleuth LLC, solving mysteries, trying to unmask ghosts. Unfortunately, succeeding in unmasking ghosts. If you're,
I'll get it one of these days.
Wait till the feature length
and
movie.
speaking of Patricia, something that you've kind of had your eye on in the news recently is the mansion of a Victorian era cultist and sort of illusionist named Ezekial Croswell is opening as a museum. Ezekial Croswell's grandson, Marcus Croswell, isn't necessarily all that interested in it himself, but he kind of wanted the history of it to be preserved. So it's kind of opening as this museum of Victorian age, spiritualism and occultism and stuff like that. So you have, not surprisingly, on one of your weekends, dragged the the rest of the gang along for the opening day of the museum?
It was mostly Stephanie, but the rest of you just kind of showed up. Because I talked about it in the van, and you guys just assumed that you could come. And that's
Ozzy's just sitting on my shoulder.
Hopefully they let birds in.
Maybe I'm the one who owns the van.
This is probably a rare.
It's your van.
It's your van.
It is my van.
It is.
Which is why you have.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. But this is probably one of the rare instances. You guys might have known Patricia for a little bit now. She is stoked. She's
actually excited.
And there is Croswell's kind of one of those figures too, similar to Aleister Crowley, where it's there's lots of stories and rumors of curses and the sort of I'll find a way to bring my soul back to this mortal plane kind of thing. And he's just known to have acquired this huge collection of oddities and spirit jars, all sorts of kind of crazy Victorian era.
I'm gonna get a ring. I'm gonna curse the shit out of our English teacher.
Word, man.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's English class, so you probably just slept through it. It's fine.
Do you think they're gonna have food there?
The mansion itself is
I'm hungry.
is a little ways out of town, and it's hard to miss driving up to it. It's very much the big sort of spooky Victorian manor on the hill.
Is there lightning?
There's not. It's the middle of the day. There's it's surrounded by a stone wall with a wrought iron gate that is currently open. There are quite a few cars here already. And it's just this 3 or 4 story building with these very tall peaked roofs, and there's a carriage house and attached greenhouse, as well as just kind of extensive grounds. They seem to have been very well cared for. It's not overgrown. It doesn't look like a haunted house. It really looks like it's, whether it was always kept well or whether it was just sort of cleaned up for this the opening day of this sort of Victorian occult museum. And the doors are open. There are quite a few people around, and they seem to be kind of more or less open to the public, but also just kind of getting ready for some sort of big announcement or something.
Oh. Man, there's so many people here. If we could Smokey the Bear out of the house faster, maybe we wouldn't have to wait in line.
What?
Are you still Professor? Do you have the hard of hearing hindrance in this one too?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm a stoner, man. I'm in my own world.
I heard you. I just don't understand, man.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see if there's any brewskis or Sonny. Anybody want one?
I think I'm good.
They sell pizza, man. Let me know.
I figured it.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll go listen to the announcement.
Okay. You don't have to wait in line, and it seems like at least for this opening day, they're not charging fees or anything.
Score.
Yes.
There does not seem to be any concessions of any kind. Anything that anybody's eating or drinking, they seem to have brought themselves.
Hey, Fanny, you want to share some of those chips you brought? Just walk up to her.
Just roll me a d20.
Oh, d20.
Mm-hmm. And tell me what the number is.
This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is a 6 or a 9.
9. The
9?
dots on the dots on the bottom for that one, so it's 9.
So 9.
The guy gives you a really weird look and sort of just
Does he notice the parrot? That is my biggest question. Does he notice Ozzy?
You're not sure what he notices. He just kind of kind of gives you a weird look and wanders off.
I got reps.
The most embarrassing.
Okay, you can absolutely do that. As far as going inside, the straight in through kind of the big front door of the house is what was a big big foyer that's kind of been turned into a little display hall. The house seems to have been pretty immaculately preserved. It's just gorgeous wood paneling, hardwood floors with just like patterned rugs in a couple of places. There's kind of the big like Croswell family crest over the stairs, and the stairs it's kind of the like one wide staircase going up to a landing, and then two staircases splitting off to the balcony that accesses the second floor. The windows have like you would recognize sort of faintly like occult symbols in the stained glass or in the frames.
Well, I was kind of hoping for more spider webs, but those are pretty cool.
No, yeah, the house is not like spider webby or creepy at all. And there are display cases. There are a couple of different display cases in the room that have books that seem to have a couple of kind of oddities and stuff like that. And you would know that like the house itself is kind of open for exploration, and there's a lot more of that sort of like occult paraphernalia spread through the house. Above, so the big crest is kind of above the landing. Farther back, up above the balcony, is a huge painting of a Victorian gentleman that you assume to be Ezekial Croswell. And standing on the landing, kind of below the painting, is a man that looks a lot like it, but he's wearing much more modern clothes and has like George Harrison like mutton chops and mustache, not like the sort of mustache and goatee from the painting. And you assume that's probably Marcus Croswell, the like current owner of the estate.
Alright. Think they got a kitchen?
Let's go find out. As we go looking for the kitchen.
I'm gonna drag Stephanie.
Maybe they kept it stocked too.
to go see all the.
Yeah, we open.
Let's grab Bill, make sure he doesn't.
Ozzy, there's
freaking
whole
do
hams and
something.
chickens. Just feed my bird
Uh,
chicken.
It's not hard to find the kitchen on the first floor. It seems to not be a functional kitchen. It doesn't seem like there's anybody living at this house. It seems to be just.
Are there shacks?
There's nothing in the pantry.
No.
You want
Well, okay, no. There are some. There's kind of like the kind of actual pantry that you're like, here's where all the food would be, and there's sort of another small storeroom attached to the pantry. It seems to just like, for the sake of keeping stuff cool and stuff like that, that does have some jars and stuff like that, but it's hard to tell what's floating in them.
Can I take a closer look at them? Let's try and get a better idea.
Yeah, give me a notice.
Okay. I'm pretty good at notice.
Looks like olives.
5?
5? It's definitely something like pickled or preserved. It's nothing has labels, and it's not like these are obviously very old jars.
That looks like a classic.
Ozzy!
And I'm gonna like fly off his shoulder, land on it,
Right.
kind of like with the beak, like pop the top on one of these jars.
Like
Give it a
Ozzy,
whiff.
Give me a...
like Ozzy, wait for me, man.
Just give me like an athletics to try and
This is
unless you can convince me that another skill would work better.
I can. Why not
as
just
a
wait?
bird with a beak, I feel like I'm designed to
Designed
crack
like a
things
can. If
open.
somebody else uses you like a can opener, and these were cans, I would let that work.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I will just do athletics then. 5 again.
But yeah, you're able to like it does make a like satisfying like pickle jar pop.
It's gonna be like a
I can't get a good pop.
Both of you give me another notice.
Okay.
I don't have notice.
2 1s, 2
4.
1s.
That is a 1 because it's a -2 because I don't have notice.
Smells fine to you. You have your face kind of right up on the jar because you've just popped the lid. These don't smell like.
Okay, let's be honest. Has food smelling bad ever stopped the copyrighted material that we're parodying?
Your sense of smell is gone.
Yeah.
I pop it open, I kind of lean over it, and I'm going to kind of lean over to him and be like, kinda dank.
Dank?
Yeah,
No.
speaking of dank bug, it does kind of smell like skunk in here. You're not sure where it's coming from.
Ew, what the hell's that skunky smell, man? Did they let a wild animal in here?
I just look at you and say nothing.
I'm gonna reach my hand in anyway and just grab a, what is it,
Okay.
pickle?
Give me an athletics check.
Oh, an athletics check?
Oh no. Athletics check. Is it gonna fight back?
It's a goddamn rat. Just starts biting me for a pickle. That's a 7.
That's a 7. Despite whatever's in here actively moving away from you, you do manage to catch a hold of it. And pulling it out, you're not sure what it is.
Yeah.
Give me a bigger roll, I guess.
2d6. A 4.
4? You feel fine. It's not good, but
Man,
like,
this tastes grody as hell. Trying to light up another joint.
I'll fly over to the window of this and crack it. As I'm sure I'm trained to do.
Good job, Ozzy. Here's an Ozzy pop for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
so what were you
I'm gonna get diabetes from this short. We're a little series we do.
Okay, we gotta start buying like sugar free.
we filmed 2 sessions and Eric starts getting shots in his stomach every couple of days.
We're gonna look at all the. I'm dragging them through the exhibits.
Okay,
basically.
give me an occult roll.
Alright, whatever, man.
He's got a 6-pack in hand. He don't care.
I'm already on 3.
I do have a D12.
He drank 2 on the drive home.
It's a 9.
9?
D8 and driving.
There is stuff here that you've only like heard about in like if the internet existed in 1971, you are finding the type of shit here that you only would have heard about like on like really like deeply buried forums.
Yeah.
Like
It's in the stacks of the library and like the what are they called? Like pop magazines, not pop magazines, but like there's like magazines like that you like the special. I mean that's how like you got like niche stuff like that was like written in Occult R Us or Occult Monthly. Occult Monthly, we'll call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's stuff that's like they say that the monkey's paw, like whatever. Like it's like
this is a huge collection of oddities from all across the world.
Buddha in a wig.
Books, like all. That's how you steal his power. Is by putting a wig on Buddha.
Is there anything in there that looks like football? Or something.
Give me a notice. You can also give me a notice.
Okay.
You noticed it first, try to hide it before.
I bet I could throw a monkey paw over them their mouth.
I'm going to say at this moment.
I bet I could use a wish on the monkey paw to be able to throw a monkey paw over that their mouth.
It's -2 if you don't have a skill.
Yep.
Okay,
2. No, there's nothing like. This is all like not cool old shit. It's a whole building full of not cool old shit. 5? Some of the a couple of the books in particular seem maintained, sort of studied recently. You know that like books that just like have been used a lot and have been used a lot recently. You can just kind of tell.
Dog ears.
Yeah, like you think that some of this isn't like 70 years old. You think that it's like somebody was reading through at least a couple of these books.
Are they
recently.
behind glass?
Yes.
Is there anybody around?
There's lots of people around. It's like the open game museum.
Alright, fair enough.
Elbow drops the glass.
No, I have a friend for that.
Hey, you have a friend elbow drop the glass?
No, she's much more subtle.
A lot more subtle than I would be.
Okay, noted. Can I take a note of the cover of the book, or is it just like what it's like? What's the name of the book?
It doesn't have a name. It just has like an occult symbol on it. It's not one of the ones that you like recognize as.
Right. It's not the Necronomicon.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. It's it's not like. It's not the name of the book that you recognize.
Yeah.
Necronomicon Home Edition.
The go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, Well, like in the middle of the looking, I go, Steph, this is boring, man. We should go off and explore on our own. I give like the.
At least
And we
he's
have not
honest about it.
established the relationship between our two characters are, but I'm doing that anyway.
You're trying to bang your mom, as is tradition.
That's gonna leash you in as it's tradition.
That's
Is
is that headcanon that Kessler's been banging Stephanie Holmes' mom?
Attempting to bang.
Stephanie Holmes' mom. Before you can think about sneaking off, and it's kind of as you guys are wandering back in from hotboxing.
After eating lunch, I assume a animated live finger.
Eating a pickle that's just gained sentience.
Pickle Rick.
As you guys are all kind of in this big foyer together, very briefly, there is this like incredibly loud, like kind of crackling noise, almost like lightning, and then with a huge puff of smoke and fire, a figure appears on the landing of the stairs. Of course, everybody kind of like turns to look up at the figure of Ezekial Croswell, standing directly in front of him below his own portrait, but like pale white, but wearing like a cloak, a top hat, and carrying a cane, and he glares around at everybody in the foyer and says that you are treading on the ground of Ezekial Croswell. Leave this place or suffer the hand of doom. And one hand comes up and it bursts into this like bluish flame, and then with another huge poof of smoke, he vanishes.
Can I roll an occult on
Who
the
is
hand?
that?
Sure.
Right, you seeing this?
What's going on?
We tripping?
Everybody,
This magic shit sucks.
pretty much everybody is just like running for the door at this point. Marcus Croswell seems quite just like put out.
A 4.
4 doesn't necessarily ring any bells.
Man, who the hell is this guy? I'm gonna kick his ass.
I'm still standing there with like the clueless look, like what's going on?
You damn right, dude.
I'm gonna go.
It's like Jocelyn trying so hard not to look at him. He's just like.
I'm gonna go search. I'm pretty sure this motherfucker over here is just hiding behind a curtain, like in the wizard.
Okay, give me a notice roll.
A little notice.
Explain the
You're
fire.
pretty good at notice.
There was a fire? Oh man.
Fiverr? There's you. The only people you can find hiding behind curtains are like people who were just standing in here, and then a ghost appeared, and now they're like hiding behind curtains. Most people are like running for the door.
Get
Can I find the dude who had chips?
You can give me a notice if you want to try and spot him.
Did he drop the chips?
That's the question. Did he drop the chip?
Patricia, I don't find anyone that's hiding or anything, so I don't know what the fuck.
That's a
Let's go talk to
2.
Ezekiel.
2?
Yeah.
No chips.
Damn.
Chips is gone. You don't know where he went, but he's not here.
He's not
Damn, he took the good chips.
And Marcus Croswell, the like current owner of the state, seems to be like kind of ushering everybody towards the door.
Hey, what's your beef, stranger? Why are you moving us?
Right? Did you not see that?
See what?
You're tripping. You're tripping.
I'm
Mr.
clueless.
Marcus.
I'm clueless, man. What do you want from me?
He seems to be a little flustered, but like you do kind of get his attention.
I want to take a look around for this ghost.
He says that he'll like I'll have. He's like, I tend to have the police look into this matter. I don't know what's going on, but for now I'm gonna have to ask everybody to.
No, man, we'll handle this. Man, I'm gonna go kick that guy's ass, and you're gonna make a ton of money, and you're gonna give me some of it.
Can you roll a persuasion, please?
I'm sure you're very capable. I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could kick his ass. Yes. Elliot, could you please help these people to leave? And he kind of He kind of pawns you off on another a guy that, like, based off his clothing stuff, you think is probably like the caretaker or like the groundskeeper here.
I put my hand up and like try to calm Bill down. And be like, Bill, I got this. Listen, man, this kind of stuff is our specialty. We know a lot about
Sleuth LLC.
That sounds wonderful. I will look you up. Just please, if everyone could just step outside so we can...
I kind of beak down into a pocket on his jacket or whatever and pull out a very poorly made business card with dragons and wizards painted all over it probably and lean forward to hand it to him.
Dude, that was my last business card. What are you doing, Ozzy?
He'll take it.
Okay.
Oh man, whatever.
That's
bullshit. I'm out of beer anyway.
Alright. I guess we're wrapping it up today.
Look us up.
Elliot, the guy who's kind of like guiding you out, is older than Marcus Croswell.
Does he have a mustache and goatee?
No.
And look like Mark Croswell?
He does not look like Croswell.
Damn, I thought it was something.
He is kind of tall and a little thin, but he's clean shaven. And he just seems sort of dour in general, but he is just kind of fairly politely like ushering like you. 5 in particular, like kind of out the front door.
So man, what's the deal with this curse?
There's a lot of old stories about Ezekial Croswell.
Why don't you tell us one of them?
Cutting him off before he gets to
Well, Ezekial Croswell was a very well-known occultist, as well as through the course of that became a very wealthy man, hence the mansion here and the attached grounds. And he was very much one of those people who believed he could find a way to come back from the dead and, continue to spend his amassed riches.
Did he succeed?
It sort of looks like it. He says it, motioning to the empty, top of the landing.
As I ash the joint, just...
There have always been rumors about a Croswell family fortune hidden somewhere on the estate. Of course, the only person who knows where it is would be Ezekiel Croswell.
I'm still convinced that was fake, but...
It looks like we gotta...
It's a god. You guys see a for real ghost, and you're like,
Guys,
I was gonna miss him up though.
Guys, it looks like we got a mystery on our hands.
For real ghost. For real ghost.
Why am I agreeing with the parrot?
I think we are closing down for the day. I would recommend you all leave. Keep an eye out. I'm sure we'll be making announcements should the museum be opening back up again. I'm sorry to cut your stay short.
Well, Bill, buy us some pizza.
Yeah, man. Go for a pie.
Just as long as there's some beer there.
All right.
I'm sure there will be plenty of beer at the pizza place.
Yeah.
As we all get into
Can
the
they
van.
put seed on pizza? Is seed a pizza
Seed
topping?
Could you just put this on the pizza for us and a whole bag of weed?
I said seed. I want bird seed spread across the pizza.
You just want a sesame seed like hamburger bun.
And it just picks all the sesame seeds off.
Listen. We want a pepperoni mayo ice cream pizza with extra bird seed.
Extra bird seed.
Extra bird
You
seed.
can at the very
Extra
least get a pepperoni pizza. So you guys are all going out for... you guys can definitely go to your favorite pizza joint and get a pizza.
Cute.
We drive over there listening to heavy metal the whole way.
Hotboxing the van.
Hey, Ozzy. Catch. Just toss a beer.
Athletics.
You don't have the dodge skill.
Nope.
Yeah, so just give me an athletics check to dodge out of the way of this. And you give me an athletics check for throwing it at him.
So it's a 3.
It's a 3.
You just need a success.
The starting quarterback.
4.
So
You throw a can of beer and it lays the parrot. So you
I'm
say
sitting
like
there,
you've got like
rocking with the feathers up from jamming out.
and it just close. He's like on the back of the. He's like standing on the back of like the back seat of the van. So you just like. While driving, throw it back over your shoulder. It's kind of a trick play pass thing that you've done a bunch. And you just
It's a read option.
and you just nail the parrots like wipe him straight out with a carry.
Do I see this in my mirror?
You hear me shriek.
You at the very least hear him. Yeah.
Did he catch it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just laying there with both feet up, a small cloud of feathers around me, and a beer rolling loosely in the back seat.
You enjoy that, buddy. You earned it today.
Ozzy, man, you dropped this as I picked up the beer. Here, I'll hold on to it for you.
Cracks up another beer for myself.
You see, we're like Scooby-Doo, except we all are addicts and scumbags.
We are creatures of habit.
You guys can arrive at your favorite pizza joint.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
We're absolutely going back tomorrow. Or tonight. What about tonight?
What about tonight? What are we doing?
Nope.
Give me
Nope.
I still want to see
Nope.
Bill kick
Give
a
me,
fake
like,
ghost ass.
just a
You're
general
gonna kick the
smarts
fake
roll.
ghost ass and
Okay.
you
General
You could probably do research if you would prefer based off of your kind of knowledge of this place.
General smarts and research are the same role for me.
Okay.
So
I don't know, man. He might have to have a day to prepare for me.
5. You would know that Marcus Croswell does not live there. Like the house had not necessarily been abandoned for a long time, but like Marcus Croswell's never really lived there.
we can go back tonight. I bet no one's there.
Nope. Nope.
Pussy.
Hey, Ozzy, man, listen.
You
It'll
gonna
be a lot of fun.
reason with the parrot?
It'll be a lot of fun.
Come on, man.
Come on, Bill.
What's
You want
that
to punch a
gonna
ghost,
happen?
right?
Oh hell yeah, man! But we should probably give him a day. I mean, he
No,
might
but
need
the
a prep
ghost-
for me.
But the ghost is only gonna show up at night, numbnuts. That's how
Showed up
ghosts
during
work.
the day. Just now.
Yeah.
Just now.
I'm not taking this conversation.
Can I roll like a persuasion check to see if I can convince Ozzy to come with us?
Our
Role
typical
players.
rule is usually like you don't roll
Against
persuasion or
characters.
deception checks on players. That's kind of just
yeah.
in character conversation.
Okay. Ozzy,
You can stay in the van.
Yeah, Ozzy, listen, I need somebody to hold my joints, man. Like if we go in there, who's gonna hold it? I kind of need you to come with me. Would you do it for an Ozzy pop?
Mission accepted.
as I slide one to him for later. It's like, attaboy.
Okay.
All right, we got a plan.
I forgot the prime rule of the animal companion. You gotta bribe them.
You've had pets most of your life. You know how this works.
This is just animal companions.
My parents have a daybed on the back patio, and when the mornings are like when it's nice weather in the mornings, Freya just like lays out on the daybed for hours. And if my mom's like trying to like leave for work, Freya will just lay there and stare at her. My mom has to bribe her in with a snack.
Of course she does.
It's how animals work.
It's mercenary.
Highest bidder.
Yeah. So yeah, fueled up on pizza and beer, you guys can drive back out to the old Croswell Manor, and take a look around if you want. There doesn't seem to be anybody there. There's no lights on as you guys.
Is the gate
Drive
still
up.
open?
The gate is closed, but it doesn't necessarily seem to be like locked.
Okay.
You'll open it and close it behind us.
Okay. And you can drive up onto the grounds of the Croswell Mansion.
All right. Let's just try the front door, I guess.
Okay, front door's locked.
Okay. Yeah, that a girl?
You're bad influence.
I didn't teach her.
I may or may not have stolen a couple bras from JCPenney. Anyway.
That's wild.
Oh yeah, this isn't the modern day, so JCPenney is still like a company doing pretty well.
Too soon, man.
Wait, no, you have thievery, right? So it's a 6.
6. Okay.
Are
You can.
she's thief, I should say.
You can pick the lock on the front door.
Right?
Nice.
Get your asses in here.
It does creak ominously open when you like push on it.
Music to my ears.
Don't like that.
The the foyer itself is dark. That's for the most part all the house that you guys saw originally. I guess you guys know the way to the kitchen.
You think they stocked up since we left?
Alright, just like a classic.
They don't have any food here.
Oh, I beg to differ.
What do you know
We just had
eat?
pizza.
One question at a time.
What did you eat?
I don't know, man, but it was
Dank pickle.
it was definitely pickles.
That's
Oh
why
my
we
gosh.
call him Bobby Dank Pickle Duck.
You probably ate a goddamn worm or something. That's gross. Oh.
That is not why we call him that. There's an entirely different reason we call him that.
That one's gotta get written down.
That's a out of context quote for the list if I've ever heard it. They don't call him.
Well, you guys
Bobby
decide
Dank
what.
Pickle.
Well, you guys decide what to do. I'll put that on the list.
Yeah.
I want to check out that book.
Still, maybe we should check out the bedrooms.
Bruh. Hey, I think I heard there's a mirror over in the kitchen, right, guys?
Going directly under, it's a Russian nesting doll of suicide machine.
Is that right, guys? You a little down on me?
What?
Certainly fermented.
Hey, that's good enough for me, man.
So why don't you
See you, boys. Go have fun in the kitchen.
go have fun finding beers and dank pickles?
Hey. Catch you later.
I hate it.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much, but it's so good.
Oh man.
That might be my new favorite quote.
Bobby Dank Pickles.
Oh, I got tears in my eyes. So you're checking out the book. Who else going towards the kitchen?
I guess the three of us. I mean, unless the parent wants to
I mean,
fly
if
over
the two
to
of them go towards the kitchen, I'll stay. I'm gonna kind of flap up to where
Okay.
the ghost was and look around where the ghost
Okay,
was.
you can give me. I guess you can give me a notice. What are you doing with the book? What's your kind of plan there?
I want to see which, see where, the bookmarks are.
Okay.
Patricia, do you
It is in
want
a
it?
locked case.
It's a 4 on notice.
4 on notice.
Be gay, do crimes. Fight.
It's not so much what you can
Did you say be gay
See?
do crimes?
Yes.
but you can still kind of smell something
Did you say?
alchemical almost, or something like
Kind of sulfurous.
yes, I very much
I've heard that
maybe
a
not
couple times on
alchemical,
TikTok.
but chemical.
It's a classic phrase.
I can't actually say it.
It's very much something like there's still kind of a lingering smell of smoke here, and it's something faintly chemical.
I lean over the railing to make sure that I don't see a currently lit joint in his hand.
But they've headed off towards the.
Oh, yeah, off towards the kitchen.
Yeah, you can't see. You can probably hear me shouting in the distance.
I like to think I have one of those messenger pigeon little things strapped to my leg. There's just a joint sitting inside of it. That's what the
a
role
messenger parrot.
Anyway,
Notes has
what
a
do you
drop.
got?
Oh, cool.
Good news from the front lines.
The sergeant has sent us his last joint. Things have not gone well. What's the lockpicking?
7.
7? Yeah, you can get into the case.
Thanks, Bert.
I was really good at stealing stuff.
Jason pennies.
Everybody needs a hobby. Everybody
Yeah,
needs a
because
hobby.
you're.
Yeah, so you can go.
You
You
stole
can go
bras.
kind of. You can
Stole
kind of go
bras.
plumbing.
Shut up.
You can.
My mom doesn't know.
He's flying down the halls of the high school. Just yelling.
I fly back down and around the corner to drop off this joint and just like doing stole bras. Drop your joint off to you.
Oh, man, thanks, Ozzy. As I look for seats, I need to bring my lighter next time, so I have something to just.
Going through this book, it seems to be more of a like journal than it does a like. There is definitely like a lot of like occult stuff in it. I mean, like pretty much all the margins are filled with kind of arcane doodles, or like little fragments of like Latin or stuff like that. But it seems to be a journal, not necessarily a
ritual book.
A ritual book. And the pages that are like thumbed through the most seem to be either like anything that's like faintly referential to like construction in the house or like a like fortune or stuff like that. Those seem to be the pages that have been like earmarked and like visited the most.
Can I roll a research to like get a clue of like
Yeah, you can roll research.
a clue? 6.
6 minutes.
And 8 explode.
13.
13. You, like, looking through this, don't find a clue. You think because there may not be a clue in this book.
Ah!
You're like somebody has clearly been like earmarking every reference to like construction and there does seem to have been like even after this mansion was built a lot of construction here. Like you don't necessarily know what on. And it seems to have kind of been spread all through the house at one point or another. But you think that, like, whoever, like... You think that the reason, like, somebody was looking through this so much is because they couldn't find something, and you think that's because there's nothing here to find.
Freaking journals, not even anything. Anything cool about ghosts?
Give me another research.
5.
It feels like some of the same ghost stories you've heard before. And there are very few of them. And they seem to be written as stories, not as, talked with a ghost the other day. Locked his soul in a jar. You know, like...
What about references to the Hand of Doom?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nah.
Because it's all fake.
So you
Stolen bras!
You two are headed towards the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, can I just point out that Hand of Doom is a Black Sabbath song?
That is, yes.
Will didn't know that.
Well done.
You have found the first clue.
I don't know if I'll be able to name, every year when we do this, I don't know if I'll be able to name the mystery after a Black Sabbath song, but I did at least once. Sort of shoehorned in, but who cares? You guys are headed towards the kitchen, right?
Yeah, apparently.
You are easily able to find that same, like, kind of little offshoot pantry again. How are we doing on time, by the way? Because since you're the one monitoring the recording, I don't know.
We could probably go for like 10 more minutes at
Okay.
a reasonable stopping
Perfect.
point.
Oh no.
If that story-wise works
I think
out.
that'll work fine.
It's the classic. Looks at camera. I'm in danger.
I'm in danger.
Oh.
What are you guys doing in the pantry?
We'll look for some beer.
Look for
I
some
thought there was beer in here.
There are
There's an
there
open
are there are lots of jars in here. There don't seem to be any cans in here.
Moonshine.
Can I open one of the other jars?
Yeah, you can open one of the jars.
Do I need to roll for it or can I just...
No, you're not.
I'm
a
just
parrot.
not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you this time you like stick your fingers in, and it is like whatever is in there obviously like squishes itself flat against the bottom. Like it's kind of dark and cloudy enough that you can't see like what's in the jar, but you're pretty sure that when you stick your fingers in, whatever's in there just like sticks flat against the bottom of the jar.
Dude, the pickle flattened itself to the bottom of the jar.
Man, I don't think that's pickle.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. Like
Maybe it's alcohol. Try it.
That ain't alcohol.
No, it smells. It's more briny.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like alcohol.
They ain't gonna do the job.
Just toss it behind my shoulder.
You, in fact, do not hear a shatter. He hands it back to you and you just toss it back over your shoulder. And nothing.
Did you catch it?
Listen. What you see is directly behind him. The ghost of Ezekiel Croswell put the jar back on a shelf. Just like standing in the doorway of the pantry.
It's that son of a bitch from before. I want to get him.
What?
I'm gonna run at him.
Okay, so I turn around and I notice it, and this is one of my hindrances. I let out a blood-curdling scream.
Which everybody hears, and you can give me an athletics roll to try and...
Try and fuck him up.
Are you scared of ghosts?
No, it's a hindrance. I am a screamer.
Oh.
I think that fork exploded. Oh no, you have D6.
No.
Oh, sorry.
The D6, so that's 5.
5?
I gotta remember what I have the +2 on.
So you're like, it's that son of a bitch ghost. And as you like charge forward, Bobby Dodgers turns around, just lets out a blood-curdling scream, and you just like, and it just puts you in this like straight like fight or flight mode. Like, and you like it just like it's right like you're just immediately just like spinning and like trying to like just like deal with like the screaming, just like back and forth, and he's gone.
Dude,
Are you still screaming?
no, like the moment he disappears, I stop, and I'll just retort with this, dude. That was scary. I dropped my joint.
What's going on?
It was like he was scared of me. You see him run
From
like
down the
this.
hall. I don't approach all the way just in case.
I'm pretty sure the non-ghost was here.
Yeah, I don't know. We should go tell those other guys, I guess, because I gotta let Steph know that he that helped my own.
Yeah, cool.
We're all ready. I grab Stephanie and I'm like, let's go. Let's go see.
As you guys come down the stairs, the bird is like sitting on the edge of the hall looking down. I'm
Like there's the door, and then like the parrot is
no.
clearly peeking a corner, like
Ghost!
That weird guy was here.
There was you guys saw the ghost?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, he ran away from me.
He made
Which
me
way to
drop-
go?
He made me drop my joint.
Freaking. Which way do you go?
I don't know, man. This guy was screaming, and I didn't see him.
It was-
I know he was scared of me. That's for sure.
It was terrifying.
Yeah. You should have seen it.
If you didn't have a car, I swear to God.
I'm sure you scared him off.
Stolen bras!
And with that.
Sure, why not?
Us the community is like, which way the ghost go?
To quote a good friend of mine, and with that, I gotta do it for the first episode of this. Been a while since I laughed that much, so I think this is a
Good start. This is a good start.
I'm having a great time. We will see you all in the next episode of Ozzy's Mysteries. I guess the Hand of Doom Part 2.
The Hand of Doom.
See if our gang of teenage super-sleuths can figure out what's going on in the old Croswell mansion. Thank you for watching, If you liked this, feel free to check out any of the rest of our various tabletop RPGs, and look forward to a bunch more spooky stuff.
Yeah.
some of which will also be goofy, and some of which will hopefully actually be spooky. So we'll see you all in the next one. Well, Danger-Prone Daphne did it again. Danger-Prone Daphne turned on the power saw. Danger-Prone Daphne this and that. Nobody's ever talking about all the times Fred gets himself into trouble. Gets himself hooked by his belt and hung 20 feet off the deck.
Fred
slides through a trap door.
Fred is the original himbo. There's not a thought in that pretty head.
It's a himbo who
all
loves
about
building
traps.
traps.
He loves building traps.
It is. He spends every mystery they do looking for a way to build a trap.
All right, let's build this trap, gang.
Like that's why he solves.
All right,
mysteries,
nerd,
is to
stoner,
build
dog.
traps.
Go entertain the monster for 30 minutes. Meanwhile, hot chick, watch me build this trap.
Whoa! A medieval crossbow. I bet I could come up with something crazy to use that for. Oh shit! A cannonball. Nice.
Nice. It's all coming together.
A plunger. A rope. A board with a spring.
All right.
A bucket. All right.
Tarp. Nerd,